I really don't think that guy living up the road, the one that always goes on holidays, actually has money. I don't even think he can afford that expensive car he drives. Have you ever wondered, how can I tell if someone actually has wealth? Or how do I know this person who is talking about money really lives what they are saying? There are a lot of people who talk a good game when it comes to money, but aren't actually making the money they claim. In this video, I will talk about how to spot the true markets of wealth. We will talk about why you may feel like you are always playing catch up with your finances, even when you get that new high paying role, and how to use markers of wealth to your advantage. The first thing I want to talk about is making upwards comparisons. If you feel like everyone seems to have more than you, that is because you continuously make upwards comparisons. This is where we look at people who seem to have more and judge our situation with their situation. There's also a downward comparison where we compare ourselves with people less fortunate. This can make your self-esteem and ego feel good. But if you are gloating, then this is really bad. This is when people come from a place of privilege or status and judge or look downwards on others. Remember, many people use tools to make their life look far more luxurious, so they seem like they're doing even better. This could be the latest car, or newest season watch collection, or even dining at lavish restaurants frequently. These things will ring in anyone's brain and make you think they can afford to buy that. Another example is, let's say we have two people. First person is called Tom and the second person is called Jerry. Tom and Jerry are earning the exact same amount every month, which is 1,000. Tom decides to lease a brand new sports car. This sports car costs him a staggering 700 a month. Tom does this for a 3-year lease and has to return the sports car at the end of the 3 years. Jerry, on the other hand, buys his modest car through normal finance payments, costing him 200 a month. Jerry will own his car at the end of the contract. This example is similar to life. We all have choices, but we sometimes pick the option that makes us look richer, so we look like we have even more. Credit cards are very similar. A credit card can make you feel like you are the man, but statistics show the majority of people who have a credit card are on a debt revolver, meaning they continuously pay the minimum amount each month. They are on that never-ending cycle. Investments that would be far more beneficial are personal growth, investing in your skills, or investing in your education. The next reason you seem like you are behind is because you don't truly know what you stand for. If you are always focusing on the person next to you, you will eventually lose focus of where you're supposed to be going. Focus on your own race because everyone's journey is different. If you put yourself on a pedestal, you quickly start to realize that you are the prize, and that gives you reassurance and confidence to be bold. When you start running someone else's race without their life history, you realize that you just can't run their race because it is not set up for you. It is like trying to write an essay with your weaker hand. You will struggle to get it done and you may find no joy in it. I really want you guys to focus on what I am saying. I am telling you key gems for you to get out of the rat race. Stop inviting comparison into your life. Don't focus on anyone else's goal and wish people the best. Don't look at ways you can beat them or outcompete them. Next, we have not learning. If you are staying stationary in the things you know, then you are not learning. As humans, we can never get to a place where we know everything, so we have to continuously learn. We can learn from all aspects of our life, but failing to have an inquisitive mind and learn can definitely make you feel like you are so behind and people have more money than you. If you can change your mindset from hating or being jealous of other people's success and achievements, you will naturally become a happier person. If you start asking questions like, how did this person achieve that? And looking at other people's success as inspiration, shift your mind immediately so you can get a hit of dopamine when you hear someone is doing well or successful, which in turn should make you think, what can I do to better myself? When you were younger, you probably thought something was a scam or just untrue. Then you grew up and realized all I needed was to learn more about this to truly understand. A lot of people talk badly and hate what they don't understand. Do not fear learning new things, instead embrace it. A money-making learning habit that I took up that I didn't want to learn was, I thought the stock market was the biggest scam and savings accounts are how you become financially free. Now I have grown up and learned and done research on this topic. I now understand that you can get better returns from an index fund than you can for a savings account. Simple. This learning brought me money and I hope it brings you money too. Next, I want to talk about trade-offs. Everyone you see who is in a position of power, wealth, or status all had to sacrifice something, whether that be a friend to get to that position or sacrifice time from their family, or sacrifice their mental health just to get to that position. If you knew what certain people did to get into the position they were in, you wouldn't even want their position, and you wouldn't look at them as respectable. Someone having morals and dignity in this world where we are all so focused on money and riches is far more valuable and will reward you an everlasting mental fortune. You may say, why do I want mental fortune instead of financial fortune? Go and ask a rich person what they value out of money and happiness, and you will get the same answer every time. Just look at how many rich people have mental breakdowns. The numbers are scary. Next is you are following the wrong C. The letter C is for collaboration and competition. We can be in constant competition with everyone around us instead of trying to better ourselves. When we see everyone in this world, all those that we think are making more than us, as competition and not as collaborators, then we are doing something wrong. There is so much money out here in this world. You can unlock great wealth by sharing thoughts and ideas and being collaborative and not seeing everyone as competition. This competitor mindset can be extremely dangerous if it is not controlled. Collaboration can open doors you never knew existed. Competition can close those days even faster. If you think people are richer or doing better, then stop looking at them as competition and instead come to them with something they can benefit from too, and add value to their life by collaborating on something. If you have a genuine interest and a good, well thought out idea, a lot of people in high positions will take the time out to listen to you, but you need to see them as a collaborator right from the start, not competition. Last mistake is you haven't focused on you for a while. When you neglect yourself for so long, your mental state, financial state, learning potential, everything falls off. Ask yourself, when was the last time you looked at your spending and said, does this really make me happy? I really want you to ask yourself that. Part of the journey in financial independence is spending money and time on the things that bring you joy. When your vision shifts away from this, you can become sad, bitter, and angry about everything. But if you relocate your happiness and purpose, you quickly start to feel fulfilled by putting yourself and your happiness at the middle of everything. When you are truly so focused on your own path, you wouldn't even have the time to envy other people, because you know that energy you spend on hating on someone else could have been best spent applying that energy to your goal or purpose. Chances are you are not unsuccessful, which is a truly subjective term, or behind in comparison to others. I really do think that shouldn't even be a question you are asking. You should be focusing on how you can better elevate yourself to put yourself in the best possible position. Stop focusing on other people and be so focused on your success and financial future that you don't even have the energy to focus on anyone else's life. Hating can be time consuming, so we don't want to do that. Look into continuous learning, regardless on where you are in life, and be content, because there is always someone who wishes they were in your position. Watch this video on how much money should you save by age as a loose guide of how much you should be making right now for your age.